Alright, so this is going to be my rank 2 gameplay with my brand new rank 2 6-star White Widow or Black Widow Deadly Origin. Right here I'm just playing around with some synergies just to see how they work. I just want to throw some of them in there. I'm trying to see how this Mr. Fantastic synergy works. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to give me an extra 22% damage on my shock debuffs. I don't know if it's only while that debuff siphoning thing lasts, but I'm going to try it out. Anyway, we're taking a look at the punching bag Winter Soldier over here, and you can see that I'm trying to get intercepts as often as possible, or I'm going to try to bait out his specials, because the way that you play White Widow is you want to attack while you have the Widow's Insight active, and you get the Widow's Insight active a number of different ways. I normally do heavy or special baits or an intercept to proc the Widow's Insight. But while the Widow's Insight is active, you're going to be putting shocks on your opponent with every light attack, and that's the biggest source of damage. And then her SP2 has a bunch of damage as well if you hit it while somebody is while your opponent is shocked. But so you're going to see here, as soon as I bait out the SP1, I go in there and then I try to do a backdraft intercept right here, and then I build up to my SP2, hit that, boom, boom, boom. Also, I don't know if it's only while Widow's Insight is active or not, but if you finish a combo while I think it's while Widow's Insight is active, then you actually gain a precision. I think there's a precision buff for, and it actually lasts for quite a while, and so you can stack those up pretty nicely. But yeah, so all I'm trying to do in this fight is to just proc as many shocks on him as possible with my Widow's Insight while that's active. Do some finishing combos to gain some precision cruelty, I think it's precision, buffs on myself, and then hit up my SP2 to get some nice critical damage. Winter Soldier is a pretty easy fight. He does have 500,000 HP, but and Black Widow's and White Widow's not taking him down like super quickly. Like I could definitely take him down much faster with a different champion, but this is a fun style of gameplay. This is a what's the word? She's just fun to play. I think right here I'm trying to bait out his other specials or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna get stalled over here for a second. Let's see here. Yeah, right here. Oh, and there's my evade saving me. I've got that evade saved up from the Red Guardian synergy, and it'll automatically save you from one attack, and you can get your evade back if you hit your SP1. But I was just going for damage right here, and since I hadn't used it until then, I didn't need the SP1. But you know that could be a strat too. But anyway, White Widow takes out Winter Soldier pretty nicely right there in 150 hits, with 44% of that coming from shock damage. Alright, so this next fight that we're looking at over here, this is going to be on Path B on the right side, in the last quest for the monthly event quest for October 2022. This is the one with the Spider-Man Supreme boss. We're going to be taking this Black Widow here against Punishment Glutton is really what makes this really nice, because it says that anytime a debuff is purified or expires, you gain a permanent fury, and so she's just going to start stacking up some of those furies as her shocks end up falling off. I think this path also has or not this path, but this whole quest has a 40%, I think debuffs expire 40% faster or something like that. So yeah, I mean those shocks are falling off pretty quickly, so we're not doing as much damage from them, but you can see we've already got 10 fury buffs stacked up right there, and as soon as I hit the SP2, bam, and they're dead right there. So that's pretty nice. We're gonna go ahead and skip. I did one of these fights with Ghost and another one with Kingpin, but then I went back to Black Widow, and so this is Black Widow against She-Hulk, and it's gonna be basically the same thing. So again, we're gonna be focusing on trying to get intercepts or bait out heavies or whatever. So I'm gonna try to backdraft intercept right there. Didn't get it. Still didn't get it because she was holding block, but then she also just hit me with a heavy, but that time I was ready for it. So there we go, I get some shocks in on her, building up to my SP2 pretty quickly, and I'm already at the 10 furies, so that's super nice. I think I'm going to bait out this SP2 and then go right in with some Widow's Insight and then hit my SP2 and she's down right there real quick. The rest of this path was basically, it went basically the exact same. We're just gonna look at, we're just gonna watch White Widow destroy this Loki as well. I do really like this character. I think it's fun, the emphasis on the intercepts, because like I like the ghost playstyle where you're supposed to phase intercept. Like that's pretty fun too. But there's a difference between this, and Ronan also has a similar playstyle, so Ronan's pretty fun as well. But I like the shock. I like the shock champions. I think that's probably one of the reasons I like Iron Doom so much, is because of all the shock damage that he's got. Well, it's not even that much damage, but it's still fun. But yeah, here we go. We just built up to the SP2, and that was it for Loki as well. And we got one more fight on this path against Elektra. I also really like the animations that they did for White Widow. I think the batons are cool. The way she like rolls, like dodges backwards, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It's just a pretty fun set of animations. Definitely one of my top favorite character designs, are not only in aesthetic but also like the way that they move and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, this fight basically the exact same as all the other ones. Just put shocks on them, let those expire, and then build up to SP2, and then nuke them down. That's it. So real quick, I don't even know if yeah, I'm not gonna wait out for another. Or I do. I guess I do wait out for the SP2, but she's basically dead already anyway. This next fight we're gonna look at right after this is it's in the Cavalier monthly EQ again for October 2022, and this is the quest with Mr. Negative as the boss. And this node that we're on right here for this path, I don't remember what it's called, but your basic attacks deal 0 damage. As you can see, my shock is still doing a little bit of damage, but my basics are doing 0 damage. However, your specials end up doing 400% damage. So we're gonna look here. I'm gonna be doing a lot of damage on this special attack. I mean, if I used Ghost on one of these nodes, I mean, she did some massive damage, but you can see here that was a lot, and we're gonna count up that. So that was 47,000, and then 73,000, and then 98, 124, and then 155,000 damage because of that node. It was just a fun node to do. And then here we've got some these are no nodes. This is going to be some map 5 fights. So here against this Corvus, Corvus has, I mean, nothing special, at least nothing that I can tell. I did not look at the nodes before I went into this fight. I was like, whatever, it's Corvus, I got this. And so we're just going to try to build up to the SP2 just like we have been, but it's just just seeing all the shock damage is fun, although it does not look like Corvus is actually taking shock damage. Is Corvus immune to shock damage? Oh my gosh. I think he is when he has his thing up. He must be immune to shock damage. I didn't even notice that when I was doing this fight originally, so that's kind of funny. But here we go. We take him down regardless. And then next we've got Silver Surfer. And this fight actually took a really long time. I probably should have looked at the nodes. I'm not entirely sure what was happening here. It wasn't like I wasn't like doing anything bad or anything like that. It was just taking a while. But I couldn't. You can't counter his heavy right here really easily because he does have a phase on his heavy. But it does go on cooldown, so I was able to proc the cooldown and then be able to get him to try to do it again. And then here, I don't know if I should try to bait out his SP1 or not. I decided to just go with his SP2 because I was thinking his SP1 might leave him too far away to be able to punish with the Widow's Insight still active. And you can see I'm working on, there's my evade saving me again. But you can see I'm working on trying to bait out his SP2. There we go. And then I can punish that. Try to do another backdraft intercept. Doesn't work. And I think he ends up throwing his SP1 right here. And yeah, there was not enough time to punish him with the Widow's Insight. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to keep up baiting out his SP2 instead. And I think he's got so much, he's got that like those 9 armor ups, like the physical resist, and that was probably what was just keeping him alive. And is he also immune to shock damage? Again, maybe I should have looked at the nodes or whatever, but either way, even without the shock damage, I was able to take these fights out without too much of an issue. I think I do one more or something like that. There I baited out the heavy, and his phase went on cooldown, and then I was able to punish it right here. Yeah, apparently I'm not doing any shock damage. Next map, I'm gonna have to check out the nodes on here next time I get into AQ, because I'm curious to see what those nodes are, if they haven't changed. And then last, we've got this Cole Obsidian fight, and I know Cole Obsidian is not supposed to be shock immune, so if he is shock immune right here, then that means that I messed up and did not look at the right nodes. But so let's see here. Okay, yeah, he's not shock immune right now, at least. Maybe that's why this fight felt like it was so much easier. Look at him just melt away. You can just see the difference between this fight and the other 2 fights right here. So that shock damage does put in a lot of work. I think I spend quite a bit of the rest of this time trying to bait out his SP2 just so I can get an easy in on him to finish him off. Okay, I baited out the heavy, and then here I go for a risky play. I did not make it to the SP2 before I was able to push him to his SP3, but I did make it to the SP1, and I was able to kill him before anything. But yeah, so that's my White Widow rank 2 gameplay. I've been having a lot of fun with her. So yeah, thanks for watching. I rep my yeah, off the shams, you could take my sip. Baseline hit some more 8-line this. Buy me a whip, then I take my pick. Then I find me a chick, I can make my itch. Hey, darkness in motion. It's a 16 bar from the dark of the ocean. Flow penetrates egos with the dark of the broken. Meanwhile, in hell smoking, whoa, let me get my roaching. Been promoting the green and the purest herb. MPs get vexed and they swear they words. On daytime telly, but they blur with her light work. I rep mine, got a sword for the dagger and the best one. Young boy and I'm babbling the best lines. And you never give a fuck about seconds. Yes, and you best keep walking. Brush me again, bum, see much talking. Old lot of violence, swinging corpse and sold in the sirens. Bring 10 Watermans, been squawking like, boy, don't test me. Now I mean it, boy, don't vex me. Man, power outside too much pesky flex like